Hello, it's White Dove E-Store. Today we're going to be demoing this JCM 900 100 high gain dual reverb amp. Want to just point out the Marshall 5881 tube sticker on it. I think the tubes now have been replaced with I think they're Russian tubes. Please check the photos online. I've got a big photo gallery. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to, before I demo the amp, just kind of show you the pots, show you that they're not scratchy, anything of this nature. What we're going to do is, there's the model number 2, the 4100. What we're going to do is we're just going to go over the entire body, the casing, the cloth, the Tolex of the amp itself. It does come with a foot switch. This is the foot switch for it. I think it's an aftermarket foot switch, or this wasn't the one that came with it, but it does work for it. So I just want to point out that it does come with a foot switch. I know with Christmas coming up, everybody's going to want everything set up for when they buy gifts. So let's just take the time right now and go over the Tolex. If you want to see the inside of the chassis, I did take the chassis apart, the screws on the bottom, so that you will be able to see exactly what's in it, what the modifications or any modifications that were done. Okay, so this is the top, and we're going to zoom in. If you notice, I have this halogen lamp, and the reason why I have this here is because I want to be able to show you every detail of the entire amp. Other than being a little bit of dusty, I guess I could have clean this off a little bit, but as you can see, the Tolex is not ripped. There's only a couple spots on the back that I saw, and I'm going to point that out to you here in a minute when we get around to the back side of the amp. So this is the top part of the amp. So I'm going to lay it back on his back, and we're going to go over the face so that you can see the cloth. You see that the cloth is in really, really good condition. The Marshall logo and the cloth around the Marshall logo. And right here, this looks like a, just set this light right here for a minute. Doesn't look like it's damaged, it just looks like might need a little bit of cleaning, a toothbrush or something. So that's that. This is the face plate, the gold face plate that we're going over now. I'm going to zoom right in on it. Master channel B and A. Presence, bass, middle, treble, the lead gain. Preamp for that channel, and channel A. And let me just go around the sides. Looks just like a little rub mark on the corner spots, but I'd expect that. It is a used amp. Here's the Tolex on the bottom by the faceplate. Okay, if you're wondering why we're even doing this, I know there's a lot of people selling music equipment on eBay. It's fine. I think it's a wonderful thing. I think it adds diversity to what's being sold. But the bad part about it is, from what I see, and we're going to just go over the bottom of the amp. I'm going to leave it setting this way, and I'm going to zoom in on it. And while I'm talking, it looks like a little small. Let me zoom in on that right there. I just saw it. Just a little small. I don't know if it's you consider it a rip, but it's right here. I see a little small spot. So there's a lot of people selling a lot of different things on eBay. I don't know what you're gonna do for Christmas. I don't know what you're gonna buy. I'm sure you're probably gonna want to know what you're buying for whoever you're buying it for, and that's the reason why we do these demo videos. We just want you to know what you're buying. We don't want to just put a bunch of photos up there, tell you to look at it, tell you, oh yeah, this is an excellent amp, and then when you hear it played or you get it home, you see there's a couple rips in the Tolex that wasn't described to you, and you're disappointed with the sale. We're gonna prevent all that. It takes a lot of time to do this. It even probably seems anal to some people, but I've been on the other end of it, and I would rather have a video for something that I was buying. That way I know exactly what I was getting. Okay, so I just went over the entire bottom as I was speaking, just so that you can see. The feet have a little bit of rub marks on them. There's no tears in the Tolex, as you'll see if you saw some. Pause it, rewind it, go back over them so that you know how bad the tears are. But I didn't see any tears on here. But it doesn't mean that even though I'm recording something, I didn't miss something in the video, which is, again, is why we're doing it. Okay, so I've done that. I'm going to actually lean this up on its side very carefully, and then we're going to do a side view. Okay, so this is the left side. So here we go. There's a little rub marks on the corner pieces from what I noticed. It's a good thing that they're there because it looks like it's been doing the job that it was designed for, to protect the corners of the cabinet or of the amp. So as you can see, there's no tears in the Tolex here. So I'm going to pause this and flip this over, and we're going to do the other side now. Okay, so this is the right side. As you're looking at the amp, it would be the right side. We just did the left side if you were facing it, and there's some more rub marks you can just see on the corner pieces. And let's see, so this is the right side as you look at it, or the left side if you're facing it the same direction. So I'm going to pause it. We're going to go to the back of the amp now. Okay, this is the back of the amp, and I do see two spots I want to point out with the Tolex. We're just going to, right here, you see this little one. You could probably put some super glue on it and lay back down just like this one. It's the only two tears I saw on this amp. If you saw more go on the video, then please leave your eyes and only offer what you're willing to offer. We do it, buy it now, our best offer for our used equipment. So, and that's all the way around the edge. I did notice something else about the back of the cabinet. This plate as it sits. Let me just set this up here. This plate as it sits does seem like it's raised just a little bit, and it might be because this one screw, I see a screw here, this one screw is missing, so it's not allowing it to set down flat like it should be. I don't really see it as being a problem. It doesn't look bad or anything like that. I just wanted to mention it. Okay, and so let's go over the back. This is the back faceplate of this. I've taken photos of the number 952670127 serial number, and we're just going over the high-low loop level. I don't think the knob is missing. I think it's supposed to be set back in there like that. I could be wrong, so that you don't bang it or strike it off of there. So here's the return recording compensated direct. It's the impedance select. You can go from 4 to 16 to 8 depending on what you want to use in here for the power level. And then you have the mode, the high to low. Here's the valve, fuses, mains. Okay, I think I covered just about everything. So, and what the mode, the high to low does is you can flip the amp over to a smaller wattage. So what I'm going to do is pause you. I'm going to actually hook it in. What we're going to be doing is we're going to hook it into this ISP cab here. It's an active series cab, and this Marshall Hastat. And so we're going to just play it through this. We're going to see how the amp plays. We want to listen to it. I'm going to go over the bass, the treble, the reverbs, the lead settings. We're going to go over everything. It's not designed, I'm not doing this so that I can show off the play or anything like that. I'm doing it so that you can hear everything with this amp and you know what you're getting. So I'm going to pause it now, set the amp up, and then start recording it again. Okay, I just wanted to go over something real quick. When I was trying to hook the foot switch in, I realized that I told you the wrong foot switch. So what we're going to do instead is I'm going to include an aftermarket Boss foot switch. It is a used foot switch, as you can tell. So I just want to make sure that I told you that the foot switch, I recorded the wrong foot switch. I put it in, I was like, it wasn't working with the unit, and I couldn't figure out. Now I realized that it wasn't supposed to work with a Marshall, this JCM 900 high gain dual reverb head. So what we're going to do is I'm going to include this instead. It is as a matter of fact, I won't. Not only will I include this, I'll include the guitar cord with it. That was my confusion. I shouldn't have started recording with thinking that was a pedal that goes with it. So what we're going to do now is I have it hooked up, and we are just going to play through this. And what I'm going to do is zoom right in. I'm going to step off to the left of the amp, and we're going to check all the channels and just how everything works. Okay, I have you zoomed right in right now. I should have you zoomed into the master channel A. You're going to see presence. You're going to see the reverb, presence, bass, middle, treble. We're not going to mess with the lead gain or master channel B just yet. So what I want to do is I'm going to flip this over real quick. It's already on, so we're going to turn the reverb all the way down. We're going to turn this up. Okay, so as you can tell, this amp, if you haven't played with one of these before, this thing is god awful loud. I mean, I hate to use those words, but and that's the volume is only at 5 right now. Okay, so let's go with the reverb, the presence, the bass, the middle, the treble, and all this. What I'm going to do is, let me see. I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to turn the treble all the way down, the middle, the bass. I'm going to presence and the reverb. We're going to start at the bass, the middle, and the treble to show you that the pots aren't scratching and that they work. There's the bass. Go in the middle. Reset them up. Okay, so let's go to presence. Okay, now let's go to reverb. That's a reverb. Reverb. It gives that hall effect, if you can hear it. Okay, so trying to think of what else I can show you. Okay, so let's turn all this off. I'm going to switch this over with a foot switch to the hot channel, and I'm going to just turn this down because it's going to get really loud. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is let me zoom you back out because I need you to be able to see the channel. Okay, I think I have you. You probably can't see the red glow. Maybe if I step in front of the light for a minute, you'll be able to see that this button right here is glowing red. And let me just step on the pedal for you. And so now, let me see, I'm trying to stand in front of the light. So now it's off. Now it's on. Okay, so this channel is really loud. So that's at 1. This is the lead gain. Show you that works without being scratchy. The reverb. Okay, so this is at 2, and I really hope my neighbor isn't down below. As you can tell, that is really loud. So let me just widen you out a little bit more. So that is actually, I am using just the settings on the amp. I'm not using anything other than that. Okay, so I don't really know what else you want me to show you. That's everything in the amp. It plays nice, clean. It's called this. It plays really nice, clean out of piezo in it. Plays not really nice. I'm not really sure. Let's see. So I think that's about it. Let me just hit this volume pedal. I think I've spent enough time on the amp so that you know how it plays. And I definitely appreciate your time watching. It's got probably about 18 minutes of film on it. I hope that you've seen enough about this amp that you can make a decision. Thank you.